Hello, hi, and welcome again to the Terminal Podcast, where in the end, it's all about the numbers. I am your host, 3 out of 7 ain't bad, and we are broadcasting high above the Civic Center station. And tonight, still recovering from the Mets reverting back to the 1960s with the most consecutive losses in April for the first time since the team's inception or something like that. Uh, I don't know. So being in the NYC, so how crazy have the calls gotten in on FAN, Chris?
Oh no, it's out of control. I mean,
So
there
I
was a guy.
yeah,
Was it last night? Maybe this morning. I don't remember. His thing was obviously get rid of Mendoza.
mhm,
Get rid of Mendoza. Bring in Beltran and Backman. I think
mm,
Beltran is the head coach. Backman is the bench coach.
okay.
Trade Lindor. Um, Lindor, Bichette, Alvarez, McLean, Senga, and Devin Williams.
So truly burn everything down to the absolute studs.
And I'm like, and the guy was trying to like go back and forth and trying to understand like his thinking. But like, this is my other thing. When people want to trade everybody,
Hmm.
okay, like the Yankees,
I was
just for instance, the Yankees, all they want is Anthony Volpe traded because he's terrible.
yeah, he's terrible.
Well,
He's the
if
worst.
he's terrible, other teams aren't going to want him either. Like,
Yeah,
this
and
is what
you're
people don't
and
get.
especially and you as a seller are showing that you're burning everything in the state, so it's an everything goes sale, so you're not getting any, you're willing to just give away. Oh, by the way, you've also traded right now, well, David Peterson's the longest tenured net,
Yeah.
but Lindor is basically that with the whole contract situation, everything like that. You're willing to eat the 4 years I think he's got left on his deal.
How
and
long's
and
Lindor been
Lindor
in the
was
in the league? 11 years, maybe.
something around there, yeah, roughly, because he's in
He,
Cleveland in around 2015, 2017.
yeah. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
taking a guy who's had a very successful career and is a very
Hmm.
good ball player,
Yeah, yeah.
literally at the lowest point of his trade value at any point in his career.
Hmm.
Be like, let's trade him.
Yeah, and
What?
and and of course, because doing something like that is going to, other teams, other players around the league are going to look at your franchise and be like, that's the place that I want to go now, because they're willing to burn everything to the ground after 21 games. So yeah, but
And like, no offense, like when he was going on that with the guys, like he was going on about Senga. No offense, you couldn't trade Senga for a bucket of old jock straps right now.
this the Senga thing, I the focus on him, it's the focus on pitching in general, with all of the comments and everything like that, even listening to the broadcast, it's like they've scored 18 runs in the last 11 games. They're
Yeah, all of them
averaging
have
like,
been Senga starts, right?
and I was going to say something along those
But he
lines,
just gives up 6 runs in 3 innings, so it
I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
there's been 4 starts. He's had 2 really bad ones. It's during this streak.
Right.
David Peterson's had now. David Peterson's the one that, if anybody, it's like, yeah, he should go because he's had 3 bad starts out of the 4 that he's done. You know what I mean? It's like, so
Yeah.
sure, fine, if we've got to get rid of a pitcher, but once again, they're averaging like 1.6 runs a game, and the best player on the team is injured, and the guy. Yeah, I mean, it's just like it makes no difference. It makes no difference. Uh, so
That was my favorite caller of the ones I've heard. It was
I,
literally like trading everybody.
it he's not alone. I that's the comments I read. It's pretty much like it's everybody's got to go. It's everybody's got to go. Mendoza's got to go. He's just got to go. Um, and because Craig Kimbrell was pitching in the 10th inning against the Cubs yesterday or
By the
whatever,
way, I
right?
had no idea Craig Kimbrell was A, still alive,
Mm-hmm.
B, still playing Major League Baseball, and C,
Uh-huh.
playing for the Mets.
He is still alive. He pitched last year in the playoffs. I want to say it was with the Brewers or He was with somebody last year and wasn't great, but he pitched well enough. And then he was in spring training and he was the last arm in the bullpen because they had thrown five, six other pitchers before then, because that's the game that Tobias Myers started and went 2 innings, and then David
Right.
Peterson. I mean, we already are talking. This is a bullpen game, and we're in the 10th inning. So who
Yeah.
the bleep
Yeah.
do
Who
you
else are you
think's
going to
going to come?
throw?
Exactly. But that's why. But it's all of this is going to make this. So my crazy take from all this, my crazy calling, if I was able to get on the radio in NYC, and I'm not doing it online. It's look, thanks for taking the call. What I think it's all thing is it's all a big conspiracy, because everything with the computers and AI and everything like that, they all got you thinking and not thinking and everything like that. But when Soto said at the beginning, he said he wants to be the MVP, right? So he's got to be the MVP. And the Japanese AI guy over there in LA, that guy who's not real, because who pitches and has a .5 ERA and
Yeah.
then goes on the plate and he's hitting 5 home runs a game and everything like that. I mean, that's not real, right? That doesn't exist, correct? Like that's not really happening in the league right now, right? Like
Oh, it's
honestly,
happening.
look, are we watching this? So we're watching that, right? So to be better than that, the only way you can be better than that is you got to come to a complete burning of a building, of a franchise. Everything's on fire. And you go away. It was great when you were there, because it was great for the first week and a half when he was, on the team and healthy. And then he goes away and they're the worst team in baseball, right?
Making his
If he,
MVP case right there.
exactly. If he comes back and they immediately go on fire and they make the playoffs. Doesn't matter if they win anything like that. If they make the playoffs at this point, because if the amount of 1912 comparisons and they've only this team and everything, it's like there's been like 5 teams in the last like 15 years that have lost this many games or had this long losing streak and still made the playoffs. The Washington Nationals were like 32 and 52 or something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
and won the whole thing. And that was 2019. I don't even want to do that. If if he comes back and they make the playoffs and he has a Soto year like last year or something like that, that's his MVP case. That's my crazy theory. What do you think? Love the show. I'll take my answer off the air. There's the click sound.
I just think, I mean, I hate to go the old Jim Mora playoffs. We're just trying to win a damn game. Like,
I
let's just win
yeah.
a game.
I look. This is
Listen,
I
and baseball's a long season. I understand what you're saying. Okay,
yeah
we lost
yeah
11. You got a day off. You're coming home. You're playing two shitty teams.
yeah well yeah.
Well,
Look,
you're shitty as well, but
yeah,
it's all
exactly. I was gonna
relative, right?
say. I mean, well, that was the thing I found interesting. I guess the A's are supposed to be, because everybody was like they've got an easy early schedule, to which I was like, okay, so Pittsburgh's supposed to be bad, but they've got like the best
Pittsburgh's
pitcher
not.
in base.
A bunch of people
Go
picked
ahead.
Pittsburgh to make the playoffs this year.
Thank you. But what going into the season, Pittsburgh, they played Pittsburgh, then they were playing, they had Oakland, who's right now, like I want to say they're a game and a half out of the top of the AL West because nobody's great out there. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
the Arizona, who apparently Arizona wasn't supposed to compete in the NL West because the Dodgers are the best team in baseball. So therefore they're not going to be able to compete. I don't know, but they weren't supposed to be any good. You know what I mean? Like they were supposed to have this easy schedule and then go go to San Francisco, then come back to New York, then go back out to where we go back out to LA, and then go to Chicago, and then come back home. It's like
yeah,
either way, there's no excuses. You can't lose 11 in a row. They're making dumb plays. They're making stupid juvenile mistakes.
right. So even if this homestand you go 3-3, but you're playing better baseball, maybe it's also about how you play. It
It's
is.
it's 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 watching. It's as simple as what I don't think, and I'm not going to continue with the Mets because it's just annoying. I'm planning in a week and a half to have a whole Mets pod and have people come on like Josh Safferty and and expel their hatred of what's going on as well all at once. But it it's as simple as, if every game is a one run, super close, I have to win this game. I mean, I can't manage this game. There's no, it's not either a
Yeah.
blowout on either side. I've got to play this like a one run game every time. Then that puts stress on any pitching staff. And when
Yeah,
every
absolutely.
game is like, and if you're not scoring any runs and every game is like that, then your pitching staff is stressed on. That's what happened last year. That's what's happening now. They're not scoring any runs. They didn't score any runs with this core last year. They're not scoring any runs with this core now. It doesn't make a difference. Neither one of them are scoring. Period. And full stop. That's it.
For
They don't
those
score
scoring at home,
runs.
for Steve Summers to say, for those scoring at home and those alone.
Jeez, it's a whole thing. So in basking and not paying attention to that, I haven't paid attention to your team. I know the Red Sox suck. So
Um,
you guys are in
don't
first, I'm
don't tell
assuming.
don't tell Yankee fans, but the
Hmm.
Yankees already, after sucking and they're the worst team ever, and fire
Hmm.
Aaron Boone, they have the best record in the American League still.
Oh,
Don't tell
okay.
don't tell Yankee fans that.
So I mean, I'm confused what the problem is going to be. Is going to say you guys are able you you're able to put your young players and let them grow into their position and have them
Exactly.
deal with something like Ben Rice got a chance
Oh, the
to
whole
play
Ben
all
Rice
last
thing.
year.
Jesus, guys, he's not going to play a lot against lefties. I hate to tell you, it's just not going to happen. That's modern baseball. Like, teams don't have the same lineup 2 days in a row. Guys, wake up, get over it. We've talked about this on this podcast. Like, they're going to put Goldschmidt in against lefties. Not every lefty, but every once in a while, Goldie's going to play against the lefty just because that's what they do in the world now. I don't know what to tell you.
Let me ask
Because
you
Ben Rice
this.
isn't
Oh,
Aaron Judge yet. Okay, Aaron Judge plays against everybody. Yeah, but
let me ask you this, because Ben Rice is a first base slash outfielder, correct?
no catcher,
Oh, is he a catcher?
and he's pretty good catcher. Yeah, he's not bad.
I
Yeah, he
thought he was
came
a
up
first
really as a
baseman.
catcher.
Okay, he came up as a catcher,
Yeah,
but you guys are playing him around to get his bat in the lineup,
yeah,
or no? Okay.
yes.
Ah,
Because we
all
have
right.
the other catcher. What's the guy's name? Austin Wells, the white guy who
Okay.
plays for the DR in the World Baseball
So
Classic.
so Ben Rice is, as for his bat, for his offensive abilities, is playing out of his natural I came up as a minor league. It's not playing in that position, correct?
Right. Yeah, I mean, he
Okay.
played both in the minors. He did.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it
All
was
right. No, I mean, it wasn't a complete shock to him, but
right.
I mean, I asked that because it wasn't just that everybody complains about the Mets and the defense, but I was looking back in the first three games because the Diamondbacks were playing like uh a the Diamondbacks first baseman wasn't a natural first baseman on the
Right.
way up. The Pirates first baseman wasn't. Yeah, I mean, it was like it seemed like that position, third base is a different story entirely, but first base, doesn't it seem like that's always been and is especially
It
now just
has
sort of a
been. It's more exasperated now, or more exaggerated now, where they just put anybody at first. I mean,
so yeah, I just wanted to ask that question because it seemed like that was all that if it's not, it's never about the bats is enough for me. But as I slip back into the Mets thing, which is just, it's the defense. He talked about defense. It's like, yeah, and numerically with all the stupid stats, they were a better defensive team, but that doesn't make a difference because they're playing out of position in first and third. It's like, well, Bichette should be able to play third base. He's not that bad.
right.
And yeah, I don't know who's supposed to play first base. All right.
Polanco,
I,
who's
he's
hurt like
injured.
he is every year of his career.
But when he's not hurt, I mean, like, even the little bit when he came on, he was limping around the field. He hit a home run. He hit like doubles and home runs. He was just slowly getting around the bases because he was injured, but he can hit. But that doesn't make a difference. All right. I'm gonna take a topical off ramp, and we're gonna talk about how the Strait of Hormuz helped you get laid, or or we could talk
Or
about
how
the
I
Met.
stopped worrying about the love bomb.
I think that is the next line. um, Last week would have actually been the time to discuss this, but your
You know I'm
thoughts
here,
on
right?
I did not.
I didn't know if you were really here or kind of here.
No, I've
Oh,
been here. I've been here.
oh,
I just wanted to hear him go on about the Mets. I caught almost all of it. I've been here for the last, I don't
No,
know.
I didn't know if like you just had it on, but you were watching the game with Luke.
No. I'm doing this and then I'm gonna watch a little more of the game with Luke before the half.
All right,
okay.
so
So
Martin, ask a
then
question to Scott.
I was gonna. My question to Scott is going to be: he should prepare. So give me the NHL playoff preview.
Oh,
Scott's NHL
I
playoff
thought we were still
preview.
talking about baseball. You
Oh
guys were
no,
doing. I loved you guys
I
complaining
was
about your
trans.
team.
I was transitioning.
I'm not
Well,
complaining about my team.
No,
I
you
don't
weren't.
complain
You were
about
just
my
talking
team.
about it.
I
Yeah,
was.
you're in good shape. You guys are all
Well,
right.
honestly, if I'd known you were there, I would have asked you to complain about your team, which is actually be the next spot for it, because that is within the. It was the
I
top
got
of it was going to be
no.
complaining about our team. So what are your
I'll
what are
be real
your
quick. No, I
Go
got no
ahead.
complaints. I got no complaints. They're doing fine. I mean, I still would love a. No, I got no complaints. They've won every series except for the Dodger series. So, I think you even referenced that they're not supposed to
Well,
they're
going
not
into the
supposed to be there.
season, where they weren't considered to be world beaters. They weren't
I don't
you're in the NL West, right?
I
Or
don't
go
care
ahead.
I don't care who says what. I all off season I just wanted them to like bring back the guys that I liked, and they kind of did. I really wanted to get Goldschmidt back, and they ended up getting Carlos Santana instead, and then Carlos Santana hasn't really worked out, and they've been just kind of moving a variety of people to first base, but that Fernandez is awesome. Everywhere they put that kid, he's been great this year, I'm happy with him, but yeah, once they re-signed, I think it was Gallen and Merrill Kelly.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I was like, I like these guys. That's the team that went to the World Series. Nobody expected them to go there. So
Yeah.
I would love for people not to expect them to go there again. It's the same batch of guys.
And you're not going to be the first place team in the division with the Dodgers, so why don't even worry
We're gonna
about
be
that.
the third place team.
I
Right,
The
mean, but
but
Padres are
you can
amazing.
still be in the playoffs as a third place
that's
team
what I
in
was
one
going to say.
game. So
With this format that we're in right now, how important is it to win the division when you just need to get in to get into the playoffs? And it
exactly,
is, I mean, it is a 5 game series at the first game, right? Or no. They've got the
yeah, the
play in where it's
playing
two out
game.
of three.
So yeah,
That playing's really difficult if you're playing away. If you're the away team,
yes,
that's a
Yeah,
tough thing.
well, as it should be.
Yeah,
You're the very last team in. The same thing with the NBA. It's like they had who was it? I wanted to see the LaMelo Ball kid. So I didn't get a chance to see him because they choked they flushed the mouse against the Magic. Is he like 6'4"?
I don't
Lamelo 6'5",
Is
yeah.
he 6'4"? Because I thought he was taller. Why did I think he was like a 6'7", 6'8"? Like, isn't his
No,
brother that?
no,
Um,
they're all in that. No, they're all in the medium range height wise.
Okay. Hmm. Well, then, because I thought he was going to do something, and as I said, he flushed the mouth. So,
No,
uh,
he's very good. He had a good season actually. He had a really good season.
but
Yeah, but
as a
all of a sudden
person,
Orlando decided to play. Orlando hasn't played a good game in 2 months, and
and
Paolo
now
Banchero
suddenly,
decided to show up that day.
well, they showed up against Detroit and
Yeah.
made a win there. So, Scott, I'm giving you a chance to prep for your NHL playoff preview. Chris, I'll ask you. Yeah, I did.
I
What
got
am I?
Chris Chelios winning the whole thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say Scott's still
See,
talking about who Eddie what's the goalie? Ed Belfour.
Ed Belfour is gonna
oh,
have.
Ben,
He might have his. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't even know.
can you?
I don't even think the Rangers are even involved at all. So
No,
that's why.
there's none of the three New York teams are in the playoffs for the
Yeah,
first
so
time
I'm
since
not.
like
So there's it
1966.
So
couldn't
can
be further from where we
Scott? So can you name 5 current NHL players?
are. Connor McDavid.
Yep, yep.
All right, that's one.
6-time scoring champ.
Mhm.
Hold on. I'm not
I
cheating at
don't.
all. I wish you could see.
I,
I'm squinting.
Come on,
I
there's two
really
old.
would.
There's two
I
guys
was
that have been
gonna.
around forever. They're
I
still
really
playing.
hope you're not
Are
gonna
Steven
try.
Stamkos in the league?
Yeah,
Steven Stamkos. in the league
Okay.
is
Steven Stamkos? Really? That's two?
Dude, there's two bigger names and two of the best players of all time still playing.
Wait, there's two names bigger than Steven Stamkos? Please, go ahead.
Connor
Should I
McDavid.
know who Steven Stamkos is? Who is Steven Stamkos?
He played for the Lightning for a while. He's with somebody else now. He
All
might
right,
be
so
with
both of you said
He
Colorado.
scored the most.
Clearly,
I thought he scored like the most goals in a long time.
So I was not wrong to then expect an NHL preview from you. So go ahead. That's two.
No, I'm finishing out this preview for you guys. I named two people in the NHL so far, and I'm stumped.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
There's two bigger names that both of you have heard of.
I know. There's plenty
know.
of guys in the league that I could know. I'm sure there's plenty. Hold on.
No, but huge names that even like non-hockey fans know.
I know one, but I'm not saying it because I want to see what he said.
And I'm not cheating, by the way. I absolutely could cheat right now. I'm not.
No, I know you wouldn't. I know.
I hope you wouldn't.
No, I will.
Just
I will
name a
drag this
current
thing out.
NHL player.
Hold on. No. I should be able to do this. There's
I mean, the one I'm thinking of plays in Washington. How about that? Really? That doesn't help? He's Russian. He looks like.
I'm sure there's like a Yuri Kakakov.
Mamikov.
Cannonball.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Okay.
I gotta say something.
You gotta say something. I can't.
How about
Sorry,
Alexander Ovechkin?
Yeah,
Yes.
Ovechkin's great. He's really good.
Yeah. How about Sidney Crosby?
Yeah, Sidney Crosby's still playing hockey?
Yeah,
That's
and he's
crazy,
still
though.
good. And Ovechkin's still good. They're both in like their 20th year and they're still fucking
Sidney
good.
Crosby was playing when I was in high school.
No, he wasn't.
When you were in high school, Mario Lemieux and who was the other?
I could name
who
a
was the
lot
other
of
guy
old
with
guys.
Mario?
I could probably rattle off a good 100 old guys if you guys got time.
Yeah.
So who was the other guy playing with Mario Lemieux back when you were in high
Yager?
school?
Yeah, Jaromir Jagr.
Yager.
Okay. And they had a third. No, they had Ray. Did they have Ray Bork for a year?
Ray Bork.
No,
he was
no,
on the
Boston. He was
Bruins.
Boston and went to Colorado.
That's where he went off. So who
Yeah.
did they get? Who did the Penguins get for a year when the one time that they did win?
Oh,
get
no,
past
they won it
everybody?
back to back in 91 and 90 or 90, 91. But they had those two and they had Joey Mullen probably still. They might have had Ron
Scott,
Francis.
this is when I was
They had
expecting you to at least
Paul
be able to
Coffey
give us
from the
something.
Oilers.
Dude, I got
Yeah,
nothing. I got
Coffey.
Connor McDavid.
You got nothing on 1990s.
Oh no,
NHL
I'm
hockey
still
from-
thinking. I'm still thinking of. I'm trying to come up with the
of current.
current, and I do not have it. I don't. I can't name a
You're still on
goalie.
the fifth.
I cannot name a single goalie.
Oh yeah, I couldn't do that. I
That's
couldn't do
where I'm
that at
at.
all.
There's a Connor goal. Wait, what was the name of the goalie that won the gold?
Yeah, his first name's Connor. You're
Connor.
right.
There's
His
a
first name's
Connor. I knew there was another
There you
Connor,
go.
His first
Yeah.
name is Connor.
but I don't know his last name. It's Connor like Hackenschmidt or something. Like
Yes,
that.
yeah,
It is, right?
I will give that to you. It's Connor Hellebuck.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll give you Connor Hackenschmidt.
Ding 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 ding! Congratulations. Okay.
What do I win? He only won the gold medal. God bless him. He's like a patriot.
You couldn't name the guy who scored the game-winning goal,
No,
Jack
he
Hughes.
scored the goal when he lost the tooth. Who's that
Oh.
guy?
Jack Hughes.
There you go.
So there you go.
Common
So
name.
question
my
two.
God.
There's two more questions. It's a 3-question preview that you've
Oh,
answered.
man.
Question one.
Go ahead.
Question two. Who won last year's Stanley Cup?
Florida, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Was it
they
the
keep
Florida
winning. it.
The
Panthers?
Panthers.
Yeah, they won it a couple times now.
Yeah.
See?
Isn't the Carol? No, is it Carolina?
That's
Right?
a different Panther. That's
Carolina
different
never wins it. They're always good and never
Oh,
win it.
I was like, that's a different Panther to Carolina.
It's
Yeah,
Carolina
it's a
who
different
plays
Panther.
out of
That's the
Raleigh.
Panthers in the football.
Panthers play in Miami.
Yes. So they actually play in Sunrise, Florida.
Hmm.
And the Tampa Bay, who plays the Lightning, are apparently really good. I'm trying to
Scott,
think,
I'm
is there
dropping
another-
knowledge like my name is Russ Hurwitz in
You-
1988.
You know what's crazy? I thinking about the NHL a little bit more, Martin.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I could name like 80% of the teams in the league. I believe there's like I remember
There's a
just
team.
recently
There's a
seeing-
team in Salt Lake City, Utah. Does anyone
Yeah,
know
that's
their name?
Yeah,
That's ridiculous. What are they
They're
called?
in the playoffs.
What are they
the
called?
Utah Mammoth.
The Mammoth.
Are you
The
serious?
Yeah.
There was no way I was getting that.
So
That's
since
great.
you didn't get that one, you did answer that the second question, the third
He
and
got the
final question.
Panthers.
I got
Oh,
that
no,
Connor guy.
I said,
that was a
I-
crazy pull. That
The
Connor,
Connor Hackins
that
shit's
was
a good
huge.
one.
That was big.
it was very big. So the third and final question: who do you got winning this year's Stanley Cup?
I don't know. Is Connor playing?
Connor Hackins. Well, Connor McDavid plays for the Oilers. Connor Hackins
Yeah.
plays for the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah. Well, I honestly I would just say Florida's doing this thing. If we're playing by the odds, right? What do
All
you got?
right,
Sure. I'm
you
not
heard
sure
it
if they're in
here
the playoffs.
first. You heard it here first. Scott picks Florida.
I mean, that's a lock. Do you have like
You
a
bet
lock? Do
it.
you have like a
You
lock
bet it.
sound? Do you have like a lock sound effect
With
and
a
like
lock
a
sound effect and
image we could throw
everything.
in there?
In an image.
Something. Some kind of locks or herring or something.
Sorry, there was a knock. Maybe that was the lock itself. So
You're gonna have to pick another team. I was pretty sure Florida didn't make the playoffs.
Well, I'm pretty sure you shouldn't be taking my lock of the week or whatever.
I'll give you another. Pick another team. Pick another random team. Hopefully, they're in the playoffs. I was 99% sure Florida didn't make the playoffs.
Well, really, they would. So from first to worst is what you're
Yeah.
saying. That is a slippery slope. I guess I'll have to go with. I mean, Cleveland's gonna win it, probably, right?
there you go.
No Cleveland team. No Cleveland team.
I could see the Guardians finding their way on the ice and playing in Detroit. Isn't there a lake by them? No? No, there's a river.
Is Minnesota? Speaking of lakes, Minnesota, how are they doing?
Yeah, they're in it. They're up 1-0 on Dallas.
Well, there you go. Ooh,
There
they're
you
playing
go.
themselves.
Yeah,
Minnesota versus Dallas. Wait, who's the Stars? Which one of those teams is the Stars?
the Dallas team is the
Oh,
star.
fair
such
point.
horseshit.
Actually,
What's
Connor
Minnesota?
Hellebuck's team's not in it. The Jets aren't in it. That's right.
Huh.
Wouldn't
don't
you
know
feel weird, like as Minnesota playing against the Stars when you used to be just, you know what I mean? It's like,
Well, how many people remember that they are the Minnesota North Stars?
nobody.
Oh, Scott. That's all that matters.
That's all I can think of.
Were they ever the Minnesota Stars, or did
No,
they
they were
always
the
have
Minnesota North Stars. Then when they moved to Dallas, they changed it.
they cut off the North? That was just one. I feel like so. Is there some other team that was just like or am I thinking of? Is it Rebound? One of those games where it was like the Dallas Stars or something like that, and that was the name.
Yeah,
of the team.
against Buffalo in the 02 or 03 Stanley Cup. There was should have been a no goal because the guy was in the crease.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that sounds like I was talking about that. All right.
Oh, that's what I believe.
Well, I did want to, and Scott is now witness to this. I did want to talk Masters with Chris, and I kind of missed it. So, what what were your thoughts about that whole tournament from last week?
Well, it was exciting. It didn't look like it was going to be exciting, but Rory McIlroy played everyone back into it on the weekend. Justin Rose, who I had picked in my pool, once again, a bridesmaid, never a bride at the Masters. But he kind of fell down the stretch. He had 3 bogeys on the back 9. And Rory McIlroy, for historical context, people that aren't golf people, he's now putting himself in a very, very elite category, like top 7 golfer of all time by winning back-to-back Masters. It's pretty impressive.
I asked all that because we honor and revel seemingly in the history of Augusta because it's this one event. It's been allowed to remain at this one location, and it's been done that way for since 1913, somewhere around there.
This was the 90th playing of the Masters.
Yeah, so it's
so 1936.
And routinely, as an American society, we have a habit of tearing down history to build something new a lot. So is it just that the fact that is just that, that singular event that kind of makes it so special in your thoughts, or in your mind, or is it something different, or is it something more?
What do you mean? I'm not clear on what you're asking.
Is there anything else in American sports that kind of holds?
Okay, so you had written this in the preview from 2 weeks ago, and I think I remember what you wrote. You said, is it the event or is it the venue?
essentially, yeah. It's like,
And
you know
I
what I
was
mean?
trying
Because
to think of other events that are that locked in with the venue, and I came up with a couple in American sport. I would say the Kentucky Derby,
mhm.
Indianapolis, Daytona, and the Rose Bowl.
But see, and the Rose Bowl has kind of lost that significance because the parade still
Yes,
happens,
it
but
has, but I was thinking of American sport events that are tied to the venue and to that one day as much. I think Kentucky Derby, Daytona, and Indianapolis would still hold that.
especially because all of those are
Right.
are loud enough that they're known nationally. That's kind of, you know what I mean, like
Right.
that's
That's what
sort
I'm
of.
saying. Yeah. They still have a national relevance, even though the sport of horse racing doesn't. The Kentucky Derby is still a thing.
And is it, Scott, to just bring you in because you're
Yeah.
alive?
I'm alive. As a matter of fact, I
Of
am alive. I think it's remarkable that the Masters got through cancel culture still being called the Masters.
Well, first of all, it has nothing to do with being in the South. It's the mastery of golf is what the tournament was named for. So it has no remnants of slavery or Southern,
That does
and
sure.
they don't care, and they have more fuck you money than anyone.
yes,
That's
that
why
is that
they
is
just
the
have
other
more
part of
fuck you
this.
money, and they don't
The other
care
part of it.
because that lady tried to cancel them about women not being there, and all
Mhm.
that did was take away their sponsors and take away commercials at the event for a 9-year period. So I got to watch 57 minutes of coverage and then 3 minutes of commercials at the top of the hour. So they just don't. They just don't care, and they're never going to care. So cancel culture doesn't work. I hate to say it, Scott. I know you don't want to bring up this name, but like it doesn't work with the guy who's in charge right now because he doesn't care.
Yeah, I was I
Okay.
struck a nerve.
All right.
Maybe.
Well,
No, because everyone tries to say that about the Masters. They have
I
to do
just found it was
they
remarkable
don't.
that well, we're just talking about things that have lasted the test of time
Yeah,
I mean,
and
yeah,
that
it's like,
haven't been changed uh or fucked with to a certain degree. And I was just saying it's remarkable it got through that.
I
That was
mean,
a tough time for
it's.
a lot of people didn't get through it.
I was
yeah.
gonna say even the venue itself. It's more. It's the fact that the venue, like the venues you were saying there, like Indianapolis 500. The Speedway or whatever it is in Indianapolis. They might have done some renovations stuff like that, but it hasn't moved. The Kentucky Derby has. I mean, it's been that same thing. It's still at the Masters. There doesn't the things that we've left. You know what I mean? Which is sadly, honestly, like Fenway Park, Wrigley Field. I mean, Yankee Stadium has moved from the old Yankee Stadium, right?
Right.
And after that, what are we down to? Like, does the Coliseum, you know what I mean, where which is on the USC campus, you know what I mean, like that? I guess, you know what I mean, in terms of just venues that still hold stuff. Is that Dodger
Yeah,
Stadium?
there aren't many.
Is
Maybe
trying to
Lambeau Field in football,
Lambeau?
pro football.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of sad. It's kind of like, yeah, no, everything at some point kind of seemingly has to go away. Um, all right, so you guys do want to go away so you can get back to your NBA playoff watching. I just got to ask, so what, besides the Knicks Hawks series, and you guys can each give a point take about that. Besides Knicks Hawks, is there any other series that you at the very least are peeking into? Like, all right, I gotta kind of at least see what's going on here. Scott, anything?
Not yet. I haven't. But
Chris?
I will. At
No,
some point.
I guess the one series that now became interesting is more so than even the Pistons losing is the Lakers Rockets because
Yeah.
the Lakers won game one and Durant is out for the rest of the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Is he
So
out for the rest of the playoffs?
yeah, that's what I saw
Huh.
today.
I was gonna say I saw him. I saw him sit out that one game when I watched the highlights, and
Yeah,
it was like, and the sad thing is, so this is LeBron without the one in the
without
two.
Doncic and Austin Reeves, the two better players on the team,
So
they're out right now. They could come back later in the playoffs, but if he can
it's
get them
him,
through round one, that's
Hachimura.
a big.
Oh,
That's a
are they back after round one?
well. If they get Doncic back, then they're in the mix. If you have
Oh,
Luka Doncic.
yeah, but it's LeBron and Marcus Smart, Rui Hachimura, and my
Luke
mom.
Kennard. But
Oh,
again,
was gonna come
you
off
put
the bench.
Doncic into that. You put a guy who scores 33 a game, and
I'm just
everyone
talking
goes
about
down. You're in it.
Yeah, well, but this is the 4-5 matchup, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like that was in LA. So it's not like it was a one, but it wasn't that. I mean, right? It wasn't like it was, or is it just the fact that
Well, with them
Wigan,
missing, I mean, they're missing their two best players, or their two leading scorers in Reeves and Doncic. So it was big,
hmm,
even though you
no,
know
no, I don't. Hence why I'm asking because
you
I'm
take the
like,
two leading scorers off of most playoff teams, they're not going to win a playoff series. But you happen to have one of the five greatest players of all time as your third best player. That helps.
so I heard corner. Somebody asked this: should LeBron James retire if he wants to retire? If he doesn't want to retire, should LeBron James retire? Chris, simple as that. Yes or
No,
no?
he should do what he wants.
Scott, should he
I,
retire?
I'm all for him doing whatever he wants.
He's still a viable basketball player. Again, he's not. I mean, he still averaged like 22 a game this year. Better
He's
than
still a top 25 player in the
yeah,
league.
still better than 75% of the league.
And he's been that since longer than he was not that,
He's been
right?
that since the day he stepped in the league.
That's what I'm saying. At this point in his life, he's been a top 25 NBA basketball player longer than he was, not that when like he
Right.
was a high school. You know what I'm
If
saying?
you
Like
include his entire life, yes.
exactly. He's been that longer than anything else in his life.
Yes.
And yet, yeah, it's so between that and then Wemby and then who's the other? Oh, that's right, and Otani, that unicorn thing. Are we seeing like not even the LeBron thing, but just Wemby and Otani? Are we kind of seeing the beginning stages of like who 20, 30 years from now be like, this is the greatest thing you ever, you see what I'm saying? Like they got to
Yeah, I
see
think you're seeing
Winston,
that with Otani. Again,
Ty
Wemby,
Cobb, and
I just think Wemby's gonna get hurt because guys at that size and those body frames always get hurt. So
hmm, well, so Scott, and before I go to a trivia question, what's the score that you're tuned into?
Wait, the what? Who? No. What am I watching right this second?
Yes.
I'm not watching anything. I'm gonna go up and watch
Oh,
with my kid in a minute.
oh, I
it's
thought you were watching.
24, 22-16, good
All
guys.
right, that
22. Yeah, that's what I saw. 22-16 a
all
second
right,
ago.
that's
Yeah.
good. That's all the
Um,
numbers I need. Oh, go ahead.
the wait, but there was something you were just talking about a second ago. I was gonna chime in about it now, and I don't
About
remember.
Wemby and Shohei.
Oh yeah, about the
Yeah, that's
fact that
good.
we're
Yeah.
seeing
I
sort
mean,
of yeah.
you're saying, are these the greatest? I think it's it's always each generation can say that's the great, this is the best guy. Remember we had that 40-40 guy. Oh my gosh, Canseco, no one's ever done that. Like it's crazy to think that we were excited about that, like really excited about it, and that thing has been that's not even a big deal anymore.
That's a
Oh
good point.
It's not true. It's still a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
no, no,
So so
I
to
was
see, we never saw a guy pitch and hit home runs in the same game and do like that guy. That's crazy stuff. But like, it's like I don't know. We didn't. Wasn't even an option.
Right.
You know,
well,
the
it's been
game's
an
also
option.
changed a little bit.
Yeah,
It is.
I'm
It
it,
is cool to live and watch this stuff. I'm trying to be not open minded about it, but just try and enjoy it instead of being like a curmudgeon about well, my guys used to talk about like, yeah, the games change. These games change.
Yeah.
It still is. The NBA is the most difficult for me to kind of watch it the way I used to. It's a different game, so it's
yeah.
not. It's the it is. I'm watching it with my kid, and I'm kind of watching it with him for the first, a little bit. I'm not comparing it to the games I used to watch, and I'm also just I don't have the same emotion about it either. And I'm also watching the team that I used to despise. It's crazy. So many things. So many
I was
emotions.
just thinking about it because Christy said that in LeBron James we're watching a top 5 all-time player, right?
Yeah.
Or in that sense, we got to live and see Tiger Woods, who is a top 5 all-time golfer.
He's a top 2 all-time golfer.
Okay, so he's 2. We're old enough that we got to see the bulk of Wayne Gretzky.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see him as a kid. I mean, like I didn't see him as an 18-year-old. There's another 18-year-old who scored a playoff
The
goal.
kid Macklin Celebrini for the Sharks this year. Only other teenager to go 40 and 70.
That's what it was, which is
40
'cause
goals and
that's
70 assists as a teenager.
as a
Pretty good.
teenager.
He's a hockey player, Scott Macklin Celebrini.
Yeah.
So you can know
Scalabrini.
that for the next
I know
Yeah,
Scalabrini.
Scalabrini. It was
you
Scalabrini.
can know that for
You
the
know that
next
guy.
preview. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Um, which was I wanted to see the ball kid, but he lost to the Magic because they've got some guy that I was supposed to have heard of. But anytime I think of the Magic, all I think about is how Orlando was going to be at State Farm and Magic City night, and how I got canceled. And I think of that because the World Cup is coming. It'll be
With the
here in
fucking
Atlanta
soccer. Oh,
because the World Cup is going to be in Atlanta starting in June 19th. The city is creating an entertainment district that will allow for drinks to be walking from State Farm, basically around, there's going to be like an 18, I want to say it's like 18-mile section in the middle of downtown Atlanta.
Probably
Like a
18
music,
blocks,
Music
not
Midtown?
18
No,
miles.
no. I mean like the what's it called? The circumference, the total diameter of the circle is going to be
Okay.
like that. It's like it's not that, but it's a whole little downtown area that they're blocking. It's not blocking off.
Right.
Is it
This is
the
a
music
downtown area.
what used to be Music Midtown?
No. Music
Okay.
Midtown and things like that. That was at Central Park and maybe Piedmont
Totally
Park,
different.
and that's not. This is literally where they've got this blocked off is for where Mercedes Benz and State Farm and Centennial Park is, but it's also for
Yeah.
where the Gulch is, which is the hotel entertainment district. Blah blah blah. That's gonna have the whole. Have you guys heard of the Cosm? I know they have one in like LA where it's like this immersive sports thing where
Yes.
you're able to sit down. They're building that's going to open up here in downtown. The whole point is that area around there, and then to where people can walk to their hotels, you'll be able to walk with an open drink. Is what they're working on, is what's actually opened and started now. So it's begun already, and that is something that's going to stick around and stay. Um, so they canceled Magic City night, but when this thing begins, which is now, you'll be able to walk from State Farm to Magic City with a drink. So that is leading to the trivia question. Open container is a state law. It's not federal, but a majority of the states have banned it because, it's open container. How many states can passengers either possess an open container or just be consuming alcohol in the car? That's the number I'm looking for. How many states can passengers, you may either possess open containers or consume alcohol? Scott, you got a number?
7.
Chris?
3.
Thanks for listening. However, whether it's on Spotify, Apple, or Pandora, you can watch my digital editions in every episode at youtube.com/@terminalpod. It's the channel for all your questions. The answer to the night's trivia question will be in the description. Chris, Scott, thank you very much. Go Hawks. I guess, am I supposed to be rooting for I honestly, the Hawks are literally, they're a mile and a half down the street. When I talk about State Farm, it's like right there. I was a fan of the Hawks when it was like Dominique. And didn't he play with like Steve Smith for a year or two?
Probably.
Or am I just thinking of the video game? Stacey Augmon instead. Yeah, either way. I'm thinking NBA Jam.
Mookie
That's got
Blaylock.
nothing to do. I'm thinking of all those teams. Kevin Willis. Oh boy. Anyway, thank you guys, gentlemen. Enjoy the game. I'll be back soon enough with hopefully something better to put down. Take it easy on your life's highway and have a good evening.